Okay, it's let's see, Jillian, why don't you pick a 1-point answer for starters?
Okay, let's do articles.
Okay, let's do articles for 1. First hand I see, top 5 presidents according to the Gallup poll. Go ahead.
First was Lincoln.
Lincoln. Go ahead.
Reagan.
Reagan.
Clinton.
Clinton.
Clinton, Reagan. FDR.
FDR.
And how many did I get?
4.
Reagan, FDR.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who is it? You guys have it. Who's the 5th president?
JFK.
Yeah, it actually was JFK. That's right. Good job, Big D. Click it. Lincoln, Reagan, JFK, Clinton, FDR. Touch the house. Pick me a category. And could you pop the door, please? I know that.
The door.
Oh, that's too.
I guess we're trying to get good light. Go
Yeah.
ahead. Pick me a category.
Can't see nothing.
Big D's group.
What do you guys want?
And everybody, you gotta go fast. Come on now.
The courts for 2 points.
The courts for 2. Solicitor General. First hand I see.
Wait, I remember this one.
Go ahead.
10th Chief Justice.
The 10th Chief Justice.
Yeah, he's considered the 10th Chief Justice in the Supreme Court.
10th Justice is probably. Why is the Solicitor General considered the 10th Justice?
Because he's the attorney he's the court's attorney.
I'll tell you when. I'll tell you when. Go ahead. 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead.
So he's a government lawyer that will argue cases for the Supreme Court?
Yeah, that's right. This is actually the president, the executive branch attorney that's going to be arguing before the court. And why is the Solicitor General's job a little bit tricky or controversial? Why is it hard?
Because their argument holds more weight into like the decisions that...
Well, now that sounds like that's an argument why it would be easier. Why would the Solicitor General's job be harder? Because that is part of why the Solicitor General is considered the 10th Justice. But why is it harder? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The trick on this is that with the Solicitor General, remember, they got to push the president's agenda, but they've also got to maintain the respect of the court. So if they push too hard, they're going to lose the court. If they don't push hard enough, the president's going to fire them. So kind of keep that in mind. Go ahead. You gave me the last correct answer. Pick me a category. And remember, everybody's got to answer in the group. So make sure you answer something. Go ahead.
Videos 3.
Videos for 3. Click it. Line item veto. You have it first. First hand I see has got it next. You'll have it next. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead.
It was introduced by the Republicans.
It was.
And in I think 1996, I think, and during Clinton's time.
Was during Clinton's time.
And it's that in the when a bill is presented to the president.
What kind of a bill?
A budget bill.
Budget bill. 1, 2, 3. When the president is presented with a budget bill, what can the president do?
They can veto certain lines.
Veto certain lines and then sign the rest of it and it becomes law, right? Is that legal?
It's not legal.
Why?
The Republicans shot it down because it goes into contradicts the Article 1 the Congress's power.
Congress the power of what?
Budget.
Yeah, Congress has the budget power. This is actually giving the president the budget power. This is from the PowerPoint. Don't blow off the PowerPoint because there are essays to be had in that. Pick me a category. You gave me the last correct answer. And you're comfortably ahead.
Comfortably ahead.
Articles 2. Number 1 attribute of the president according to the text and according to the articles. Yeah, you've got it. Courage. Yeah, that's right. 1, 2. It was courage for the article. Do you remember what it was from the text? 5, 4, 3. Who's got it next? 2. Who's got it next? 1. Okay, I don't really feel confident. Don't yell at her. Go ahead. Persuasion was the one that actually came from the text. I'll tell you when to click, but pick me a category. Again, comfortably ahead.
Presidents and what? 1.
Presidents for 1. Presidential term limits. Go ahead. First hand I see.
4 years.
You can only serve 4 years?
You can serve 4 years. You can serve 2 terms.
4 years.
You can serve 2 4-year terms. That sounds like 1. So you can only serve 8 years?
Depending on if you take, say, president can no longer be the president. If you're the vice president for the first 2 years, you can run for re-election as well. But you can't serve serve more than 10 years.
Can't serve more than 10 years. So explain it to me just a little bit better. If something happened to Trump today, how many terms could Mike Pence serve? 5.
I believe 2 terms as well.
2 additional terms.
2 additional terms. So right now, it's a little bit more than 2 years left.
You can
Plus
serve-
4 years, plus 4 years is a little bit more than 10 years, right?
Or
Minus 1! Who's got it next?
Sarah. No.
Minus 1! Do you want it?
You guys, y'all are losing points out here.
If it's longer than 2 years, and everything you said was really right except that one little thing. If something happened today, then Pence could only serve 1 term. If something happened in January, then Pence, in theory, could be elected and re-elected. He could actually do 2. And firsthand I see, what amendment says this? Go ahead.
22nd?
Yeah, it is. It is the 22nd Amendment. Click it. Yeah, 22nd Amendment. President can serve 2 terms and up to, okay, we're still working out the kinks. Pick me a category.
Presidency for 3.
Presidency for 3. Click it. United States versus Nixon. You have it first hand. You have it first. You'll have it next.
That was when I believe Nixon tried to.
Watergate.
No, I don't think it's that one. I think he tried to stop media, like a writer, from publishing an article, and he argued that it was going against national security.
Yeah.
So, but it still won.
Does that sound right, Jillian?
Watergate.
Jillian, does that sound right? Zoom in on Jillian.
No, I think it does.
She said
I think
no.
it
Minus
does.
3. Jillian said no one. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
He argued that it was national security, but national security, he didn't specify in what region.
So what exactly happened in this? Nixon was running to get reelected to president, right? And what did they do?
The court demanded, he fired someone because.
He did fire someone. You're right. 5.
He fired
4.
someone.
Whose team am I on?
He this lawyer because he went directly to the
3.
Supreme Court. He sued him.
they sued him, he fired him, and then he sued Nixon again.
Jillian, does that sound right?
Yes.
Minus 3.
But she said yes.
Say yes.
She said yes.
Yeah, when Jillian's wrong, Jillian's wrong. Anything you want to say? 4,
Wait.
3, 2,
She remembers. We're still
1.
turn.
Nixon and U.S. This was creep. Remember, creep was supposed to have broken into the Democratic headquarters at Watergate prior to the election. Jump in, Jack. You started to, but you let him go. Understand on this. Nixon claimed executive privilege. Nixon claimed that he had an absolute executive privilege. Firsthand, I see. What kind of executive privilege did the court say that the president had? When could the president use executive privilege? 5. Oh, shame on you. 4, 3. Go ahead, Travis.
For national security.
National security. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. You gotta watch me. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it was national security, battle plans, troop movements, these kinds of things. So the president, and in this instance, he said it was absolute, and the court said no, you can't do this. He had to ultimately turn over those tapes. You gave me the last correct answer. Pick me a category. You are well. No, you're narrowly in second place.
All right. Videos for 2.
Videos for 2. Veto of a popular or veto of an unpopular president. Oh, that PowerPoint. Oh, that PowerPoint. Make sure that you take a look at it. Click it. If you're a popular president, your veto is less likely to be overridden by the Congress. If you're an unpopular president, your veto is more likely to be overridden. Make sure you read up on that and make sure that you know what the president can do when given a bill that was passed in identical form by the Congress, because I'm really giving you easy points on this if you'll take them. Pick me another category.
We got the courts for 3.
Courts for 3. Rule of 4, firsthand I see. Go ahead, Jack.
It's like 4 of the 9 justices have to vote to be able to review a case.
Yeah, that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. If 4 of the justices agree, then the case will be heard by the court. Go ahead, click it. 4 justices must agree to hear a case before it is argued. Go ahead, pick me another category, Jack. Touch the house, I'm sorry. Yeah, there you go.
The courts for 1.
Big spender. Click it, list all you can. Order of discussion and order of the vote. You have it first, you'll have it second. Go.
So, for order of the vote, it starts
always votes first?
The justice has been there the longest.
Is it always the justice? 5. Jack, you better correct him.
It's
4.
the justice that's the newest votes the like.
3. Oh my God, y'all better 2. This is so easy.
Because he breaks the tie. Yeah.
Justice Kavanaugh will be the last person, the last justice to vote.
No, the first person. He would be the first.
Jillian, what do you think the answer is? Have you got an answer out of this?
I don't want
-1, Jillian says. Go!
Order discussion, Chief Justice goes first. The one with the most seniority discusses it first because
Wait a minute, is it the Chief Justice or the one with the most seniority?
one with the most seniority goes first. Chief Justice! Chief Justice with the most, yeah, Chief Justice.
Okay, the Chief Justice goes
Goes
first.
first, and the youngest one discusses last.
The youngest one discusses last. So it goes Chief Justice and then highest senior justice, highest seniority, down to lowest. So Justice Kavanaugh is always going to speak last. How about the order of the vote?
Voting, Judge Kavanaugh votes first, and then the Chief Justice votes last, and he breaks the tie.
Yeah, if you remember, I had said if y'all were sports fans or if you just like stupid soccer, you didn't want to be on the field for the first 5 minutes, but being on the field for the last 5 minutes is oftentimes the crucial time in a game. Well, the last vote when it's 4-4 is going to be the most important. The first vote when it's 0-0 is not so much. And that's kind of the logic behind this. So the chief will get to speak first so that the wisdom of the chief will maybe influence some others. And the chief will vote last, so the chief has got the most difficult opinion. Go ahead, touch the house for me. And go ahead, pick me a category.
Videos 1.
Videos 1. Presentment clause. Oh, go ahead.
The presentment clause is when the House and the Senate have a bill and they present it to the president.
Yeah, the presentment clause actually requires that a bill that has been passed in identical form by the House and the Senate be presented to the president, ultimately for the president to sign it, the president to veto it, the president to do whatever. Pick me a category. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 28, 6, 2.
2, presidency.
2 for the presidency. Click it. Qualifications to be president. You have it first, you've got it second. 5, 4, 3.
35 years old.
Got to be a minimum of 35 years old.
Residency for 14 years.
14-year resident.
Born in the U.S.
Born in the United States, natural born citizen. First-hand IC. Can you give me any informal qualifications? Yeah.
You have to be white, pale, and stale.
Sorry. You were no. Oh God.
White, pale, and stale. That was right until Barack, according to the video. So you don't have to be -2. You don't have to be white. Gabe, go ahead.
Be straight.
Yeah, it actually does say in there that it's advised to be straight. Anything else?
It said that married.
Married, preferably to a likable woman.
The exception of that one president.
With the exception of that one.
Yeah.
Anything else? 4.
A law degree would be helpful.
A law degree would be helpful. 3.
And
2. Rich. Yeah, it says in there that the vast bulk of American presidents were rich. Anything else? 2. 1. Anything?
Has to look presidential.
Says you got to look presidential. What does that mean? Can you give me an attribute that makes somebody look presidential or an attribute that doesn't make somebody look presidential? 5.
Be able to talk.
4. -2. My God, you got to be able to talk. Look at that video. Y'all are already out. Y'all missed it with pale, male, and white, or whatever it was. Remember, you got to be tall. Tall was something. It's not likely that you're going to be left-handed. It ran through a number of things that were in there. And I know it's a little bit silly, but give it a good look. Go ahead, touch the house. And I think y'all gave me the last correct answer because she was just talking about talking. Go ahead, pick me a category. Y'all catching up.
okay. Presidency for 4.
Presidency for 4. Click it. Election of 1800. You have it first, and I think you've got it second.
Okay, so
Election of 1800.
basically what was going down was that Jefferson and Burr were the 2 big people to get elected because John Adams nobody wanted to vote for John Adams anymore.
Okay, that's true. Jefferson and Burr got elected. John Adams, the sitting president, was defeated.
Yeah.
But that's where it got interesting, right?
Yeah, because they tied in the
1, 2, 3, 4. Jefferson and Burr tied in the Electoral College.
Yeah.
And when somebody doesn't get a majority in the Electoral College, who ultimately picks president? Which part of Congress? 5.
The House.
The House does. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uh-oh, somebody's catching up for sure now. So what ended up happening when this got thrown into the House? 5, 4.
Alexander Hamilton ended up supporting Jefferson, so then Jefferson won presidency.
Hamilton basically said 1, 2, 3, 4 that I hate Thomas Jefferson, but Aaron Burr will be the ruin of the country, and he and the Federalists decided that Jefferson would be elected president. How did Burr take that?
He was really mad.
To the point of?
A duel.
Challenged him 1, 2, 3, 4 to a duel. And what happened in the duel?
Hamilton got shot and died.
Hamilton got shot and died. Hamilton actually shot straight up in the air and gave himself up. Burr ultimately shot him down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sitting vice president killed the man that would be on the $10 bill.
Yeah.
What ended up happening out of this? To Burr and just to elections in the country? 5, 4.
The vice presidency was no longer given to the person who got in second place.
That's true. It used to be 1, 2, 3, 4 that the person that got the most votes would be president, and the person that finished second would be the vice president. How did they fix that?
They had the vice president be somebody who would be on the ballot with the president.
What? How did they do that? What did they
The
do?
president, like the person who was running for president would choose.
I got that, but what in law did that? 5.
They wrote an amendment.
What amendment was it? 4, 3,
25th?
2, 25th minus 4.
Oh, actually, I wasn't.
I think y'all have it next. What amendment was it that put the president? It was the 12th. The small boys of Kelsey. The 12th Amendment. You remember what happened to Aaron Burr?
He ran away because he was being charged. And then
Charged with what exactly?
murder.
And murder. 1, 2, 3, 4. Treason. 1, 2, 3, 4. Anything? And did he? Go ahead.
He rallied up a group of his own people and went to different locations to kind of build his own.
Build his own country. And was he convicted of anything?
Yeah.
Well, yes, and then they cleared him.
So he was convicted and then they cleared him?
No, first they cleared him.
Jillian, do you buy that?
No.
Some of it.
Minus 4! What? Listen, I'm just doing what Jillian said. You can tell by the look on her face. When she's happy, trust me, I know. And when she's not happy, I know that even more. Touch the house if you would. Pick me a category. You gave me the last correct answer. It is 32, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 38,
Wow.
8. Gotta pick something. Here's your chance. Everybody in your group's giving an answer except Vivian.
What?
Articles for 3. Home country. You have it first. Y'all will have it next. Significance of home country. 5. I'm losing patience. 4. I'm going to start counting faster. 3.
Isn't that the one with Barack Obama?
What about Barack Obama?
Actually, no. Just someone say what.
2.
You're on the right.
1.
No, because we're just because you say you're from a home country doesn't really, right? Doesn't really mean that you're.
What does it have to do with Barack
Because
Obama?
Barack Obama said that. What was it? Kenya was his home country,
Michelle
but he wasn't born.
What? Wait. Who said what? Jillian, does this make any sense?
I'm not done.
Jillian doesn't. It doesn't.
No,
Zoom in on Jillian. Zoom in on Jillian. Who said it?
She's right. Kenya, but it's not actually Kenya because he was
Who
born in
said
the
it?
United States. Michelle Obama said that.
Michelle Obama said when Barack and I, 1, 2, 3, went to Africa and visited his home country in Kenya, 1, 2, 3. What did that imply?
People were thinking that he wasn't an actual U.S.
That he was actually born in Kenya. And what group did this really upset?